Connecting. Connect to the live stream. Let's see if it's connecting. Looks like it's connecting. Just got to get everything set up here and we are going to go live. I'm not hearing the chat thing. Try to get that set up real quick. Just give me a minute here. We're gonna get this all figured out. I have a new thing I want to try. But it does not appear to be working. Why is it not working? I don't really know. Looks like it's live here, so that's good. Just give me a couple minutes here. I'm trying to figure something new out here that will help our chat. So I'm going to test it by doing this. So if I type that, True Point of Creation said, "What's up?" Perfect. It said that in my ear. So now I can try to pay more attention to the chat when I'm doing these live streams. I hope that works better here in the future. I'm going to try to figure that out because when I'm cutting with the blade, I can't really look up at the screen, but if it would read it to me, that would be amazing. So kind of figuring that out. It looks like it's working. So that's good to know. I'm kind of in a weird position today. Oh, kind of in a weird position. I see that Mark. Yep. Okay, it worked. So it read that to me, Margaret. I saw that you sent that message. I can see it kind of on the screen, but it's a little blurry on the monitor. But it did read it to me. It's a little delayed, but that's pretty cool. So now it'll be fine today because I won't need to. We could talk a lot today. But when I am trying to make some collages, it's a little tricky to read the chat. But I really want to get more into the chat. It's just a little tricky when, you're cutting with a razor blade. I don't want to cut my finger off or anything. So it's pretty good that that's working out. And Margaret said, good. See, that's working. Thank you. You're helping me test it, Margaret. We're going to talk about those magazines I sent you here in a second. Let me jump into this piece. All right. Not that one. Wrong screen. All right, welcome into the table. That was the wrong screen there that I flipped on. So now we're here on the table. I see that Margaret's here and we can kind of hear the chat, so that's really cool. As you can see, well, I sent you a bunch of stuff there, Margaret, and let's see, what do I have here? Well, that makes me happy, so that's working. All right, thanks, Margaret. I hope those magazines made you happy. I know they did. You told me that. So what happened with those magazines is I told Margaret that I was going to send her some magazines, and I did. And the ones that I sent her, it's kind of a funny story because I had my daughter wanted to go thrifting with her friends. We have this shop around our neighborhood that is a thrift shop, and they sell magazines, which is weird. A lot of places don't sell magazines these days, so it's kind of tricky. To find them. How do you find them? You always search in the face-based marketplace and stuff like that. And we go to this place. So they sell them for like 50 cents, really cheap. I found this one just recently. I just found this the other day. It's I believe this is the newest Travel and Leisure. Yep, October 2025. So we'll look at that here in a minute. This is the newest Travel and Leisure magazine, but we find a bunch of other ones there. But she wanted to go with her friends, and I don't like it because, I'm like, well, I don't mind it, but it's like, if you're going there, you're gonna get, look for some magazines for me, because you never know what's gonna be there. And sure enough, you never know, because people go there and they're really trying to like get them to resell them or something. People just ravage those magazines. It's crazy to see what happens to those magazines. People go there and they just tear them all up. It's like, dude, like, you're messing them up, like, if you want to take some, take them, but they just mess them all up. But anyways, you never know what you're gonna find. And I sent my daughter that she was thrifting with her friends, and I told her, you better look at those magazines for me. And I was like, you know what I want? And sure enough, she found a whole bunch. She found a really thick Vogue. So Margaret knows. I don't know who's on the cover of that Vogue. Margaret could probably, it might be Adele. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one, but it's one of the thicker Vogues. So she found that thicker Vogue magazine for 50 cents. She also found a couple architectural digests. I gave one of them to Margaret. What was the other stuff? There's something else. I gave you the flower magazine that was not part of those. And the other one she found there. She found a couple architectural digests and some other ones. And yeah, she found those just the other day. I found this Travel and Leisure over there. I found this old Vanity Fair. There's a problem with this one though. This is, I guess it's not that old. It's the Hollywood 2024/2025. So I'm not sure when they released this one. It doesn't actually say here. I'd have to look it up or something. But the problem with this one is here you'll see it's got a little moisture. Let's see if this can get that detail. Ooh, which way is the camera going? It ain't gonna want to focus on that. But if you, you can see it right there. See that? Not good, not good. So I found this one, and I was like, 50 cents, come on, 50 cents. We know what I'm going to do with it anyway. See, this picture, I could use this picture right here, I think, but you could tell something got on it, a little moisture. I did see one cool thing. Where is it? Something to do with this treasure. Let's see if we find it here. Is it here? Oh, yeah. Look at this little pirate. There's a pirate in an island. It's made out of diamonds or something. I don't know what he's made out of. But there's a little island right there too. So, hey, it ain't a complete loss. It's a cool magazine. And there's one with like the little scroll or the treasure map or something, but you got to choose. Do you want the little pirate? There's that. This one? Oh, I don't know. Is she in here? Did you see her? I didn't see her. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot on here. There's some cool stuff in here. Oh, there's the Megan one. I saw Megan right there. There's a new Megan movie, and it's kind of funny. I'm gonna show you guys some. I saw there's a new Megan movie, and I have this one that's like, oh, she's on the Vogue. She's on the Vogue cover. Okay, cool. That's I was kind of wondering who that was. I don't know. Maybe it was good I sent that one. I don't know all the controversy with that. But so yeah, these ones are pretty cool. I found this other one I'll show you in a second. It's to the side, and we'll start talking about that. So food and wine here, got a couple of them. So look at this. So it looks delicious. Looks more delicious. Looks even more delicious. These ones are cool because I have a bunch of old food and wine magazines, and they're just they're a little older. They don't look as bright and colorful. So these are going to be good for the ASMR ones. But when my daughter was going, she found these magazines, and I was just like, whoa, these are awesome. I've never seen these before. So check them out. Let's see. Put this to the side. Okay, check these out. It's Charleston. I think so, this South Carolina. I'm pretty sure this is a magazine for Charleston, South Carolina. So it's Charleston Style and Design. But if you know something about Charleston, they got some money over there. They got that old fashioned, like I've always wanted to travel there. It's always been a place I wanted to visit. Like if I was going to like, Miami or Florida and stuff, I would like to swing through Charleston. It's like a place I would like to go to. And it's funny, she just found these two magazines, and it looks like we have the summer 2025 and the spring 2025 issues. But look how thick they are. So she found these there when she was thrifting, and found some other stuff, some Vogue. But look, there's lots of beautiful art in here. Let's see what else we could see. So there's art, and they're like designed off of their houses. So you can see this house is like designed off of this art piece. I know it's really bright right here. It looks like my camera's blowing it out, but let's see if I do it like this, a little less glare. So you could see some of the designs that they have inside here, but I was just like, wow, these are really cool. And the more I flip through it, I see all these art pieces that they're like selling and stuff, or like the houses are designed off of. And I know we can use them for some collage art. The horse racing over here, really cool pieces. And I like that a lot. So here you go. Here's a good example of what's inside these magazines. I did not put them in the magazines for Margaret. I kept these ones, Margaret. Kept them for myself. But I couldn't fit anything else in that little bag. I crammed that bag. That was a flat rate shipping box, and I'm like, man, they're probably gonna get bent. And I put as many as I could in there. But I had to keep these because I've never seen them before, and I plan on making some really cool stuff with them. Lots of beautiful art in here. They're different magazines, so I just thought that was cool. That's not what we're doing today. I didn't even tell you what we're doing today, you know, just kind of talking about stuff. Let's check out one more, just flip through and look at it, and then I'll show you the last one. Oh, it's gonna blow the cover. I don't want to show you that yet. Look at how beautiful that is, though. I mean, it still has, you know, like some fashion ads in it. If you've ever seen magazines from cities, I have a bunch of Portland magazines that are just very fashionable. Okay, good. They came out great. That's awesome. They were shoved in there pretty tight in one of those flat, but they're the padded envelopes, you know. Totally flat. Cool. Gotta get used to hearing that in my ear while I'm talking. Sorry if I'm kind of get off topic there, you know, but I'm listening to the chat, so it's a little different, but I think I can get used to it, and then I can hear the chat without looking at the screen while I'm looking at magazines. And these beautiful flowers. We should remember these flowers because I think I need some flowers. Might as well show you. Well, I guess I'll show you. So for tomorrow's video, I have a video tomorrow, and I did a bunch of tests. This is pretty. Isn't that pretty? It already worked out. I didn't even expect that to happen right there. I actually want some real life flowers and not the painting flowers. But in tomorrow's video, I did a whole bunch of experiments, and it'll be going live tomorrow morning. So definitely check that one out. Did a bunch of cutting experiments, and we'll look at a few of them here in a minute. Still not what I'm really doing in today's video. I'll tell you that in a second. But yeah, this is a beautiful magazine right here. No, it's not a problem. I'm just trying to get used to it. So the more you talk, maybe the more I can, you know, keep talking while I hear it. So that's pretty cool. We're figuring it out. It's a new thing. So hopefully it will work out smoothly as we go. And I could also maybe turn it down just a tad in my ear and see if that works a little better. Okay, I revealed it. I found these here, the Bend magazine. So do you know where Bend is? It's Central Oregon. It's the soul of Central Oregon. Oh, that's what I sent you, Margaret. I sent you that Northwest one, didn't I? I sent you a Northwest magazine. You can confirm that or not. But it's like a Northwest travel magazine because we did talk about traveling to the Northwest and how beautiful it is. So I think it was a really cool magazine to just kind of send you. I have a bunch of Portland magazines. I'm not sure if you'd want that one. She's been told she's a distraction before. It's okay. It's okay. You're not distracting me. We're figuring it out. You're actually helping me get used to this because it's something that I want to do here in the future. Let's see. Yes, I sent you that one, so that's cool. This one is Bend. This is Central Oregon, so it's not Portland. It's over on the other side of the Cascade Mountains. It's a very popular place to go and skiing and snowboarding, but there's also a lot of outdoor nature and stuff like that. I think this might, oh yeah, I put that in the thumbnail because I seen it and I was like, oh yeah, this is the Northwest right here, man. This is beautiful. And I found these at that thrift shop. You never know what's gonna be in there. I think somebody donates them, and it's pretty crazy. I cannot reveal my location, my secret location of where I find these for 50 cents. There's already some people that I'm competing with, and they're always over there trying to rummage through them, and then they tear them up, kind of disrespectful like. But because the place still wants to make a little bit of money. Like, the thing is it's not a normal thrift shop. The thrift shop is more of like a community center, so they give away free food and stuff, so all the money that they make is just going back to helping the community. It's not like a Goodwill big corporation or something, which I don't even think Goodwill holds magazines. Like, most places don't keep magazines anymore. So when I find a cool place like that, I go there all the time, and just, you never know what you're gonna find. I do have a magazine problem. You know, I could have worse addictions collage. But it's definitely, magazines are it for me. So I have these two here. I don't know if you've seen like ones from your city. I would like to see ones from your city. Let's see here. Yep, she lives in another state, so these ones are pretty cool. The Bend ones, I have a ton of Portland ones. I have a haul on the channel from way back when I just filmed it. It was in a hallway, and it sounds kind of funny, but I have a ton of Portland magazines. They're weird, and we'll look at some of that stuff here in a minute. I'm going to show you some things here shortly. Let me just move these to the side, because really, I was just doing that to warm up, just to kind of get into stuff. Oh, here's what else I found. I found this. So let's see, what month is this? September, October. So it's the cozy season. So I just found this, and it's the newest issue of Good Housekeeping. The thing is I need to make some Halloween stuff. I need to at least have a couple Halloween posts, right? To try to, you know, stick in the seasons and make some cool collage art. Let's see. I could come see Margaret City. Remind us all what your city is. I know around there, Midwest, right? So check this out. You'll see this in my picture tomorrow, but I found Dracula's girlfriend, and I don't know, no offense to this girl, but I feel like it's like Dracula's girlfriend, and I might try to make some Halloween stuff with her. She's just kind of, I don't know, she just gives me that vibe, and so I think I should try to make something with her. So remember her here in a minute. Remember this girl here. I'll pull her up to your face here real quick. You've probably seen this ad before. She's just giving me Dracula vibes. It's Michigan. Okay, I'm seeing that, and then the talking's a little delayed, so that's something to worry or figure out. Okay, and I'm going to reveal my other Halloween one, but there's more to her, so I'll reveal it real quick. I have a scarecrow girl. I'm not going to show you too much of that. And guess what? I found that out of a Portland magazine, believe it or not. Oh, look, my hat. I had to wear a hat today because it's been, my hair's all messed up. Need to cut my hair. Need to cut my nails. It's Sunday. I'm supposed to be doing self-care Sunday, but I'm not. I'm over here live streaming. I just haven't been live streaming, so I really wanted to. So I'm going to tell you about some things now. Now that I did that, I showed you that. Okay, I showed you some magazines. Let's get into the, I don't know what you want to call it, potatoes and meat. You know what I mean? We're going to go and try to find some collage art things. This is what I want to do. I have visions of what I want to do here in the future. Is what I want to do is try to not organize, so I am going to be organizing a lot of clippings, but this is what I do in general. This is a good idea. Let's put her to the side. We're going to put her to the side. This is what I do here. I go, let's see, this one, that one, and like this. So that's a different idea. So what I do is I try to go through my clippings, tons of clippings. I have so many clippings, and like I found these. This is actually one. I don't know if you can see that. Let me pull it down. I found this, and I want to make something out of it in the future. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, something to work off of, kind of Marilyn Monroe vibes, right? It's messed up because there's like something on the magazine paper right here, but it's perfect because I probably want to put something in her hand and have it dripping down, or like she's holding something, or some jewels, or something right here. Oh, it's on her hair too. You can see right there, something's wrong. Something happened to the magazine. See that? There's the focus. So I want to do that, and the vision in my mind, I'm going to go ahead and blow the idea here. I was thinking of like making them upside down. This may not be the piece of art, but this is why I wanted to keep that other magazine, is because I want them to be coming out of the piece of art in like a watery, drippy type fashion. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if it works out. So here's the idea. We have a basic idea, right? We're going to go through some clippings and build off of this idea. We need something for her hand. We need some more stuff for the background. Maybe this art piece is popping out of a living area or something, or there's, you know, space in the background. I don't really know what it's going to be. And so what I do is I'll make files. I make files of like, here, I'll show you this one too. Okay, so let me get this girl out of the way. So when I'm trying to make these collage art projects, you know, I want to make a lot of them. They're quick. I call them quick collage art, you know, so for a reason, because I just want to do something fun and fast. Like maybe I was working that day, I just wanted to come and hang out, and I just wanted to make something real quick. And you know, I don't have time to be searching, which I have ideas to help you, me, everybody else in the future how to figure out where our clippings are at. But, you know, that's something that I got to develop and work on. But what I do is I make little piles like these. And then here's, let's say this is another pile, and then this is another pile of future collage art projects. Then when I'm flipping through all my clippings, I'm like, oh yeah, I need a piece like this. I'm looking for like a goldish background or something. And then I'll kind of put them in a stack. And then that's how I pick what I'm going to do with my collage art. It's just in my head. So for this one, I would say that's in my head is I like this girl. She's in a wedding dress. Uh-oh, you see who it is under there? She's in a wedding dress. It's kind of crazy. Look, okay, there's the glare. She kind of has a weird look to her as well, but you can see her hands kind of sticking out. So I don't know what I want to do with her hand. Is her hand like on a desk, or is her hand like putting it on a car or something like that? But I have Ladies Love Cool J over here, right? I don't want LL Cool J. I just want the hand and the rose thorn bleeding out of his hand. You see that? Can you see that? See, he's poking himself with the thorn and it's bleeding down his thumb. So I want that whole piece with the rose. And then, let's see. She's doing plastic sleeves in the binders. I might have something here in the future that can help us all out, but we'll see if that actually works out. I'll show you what I have here in a second. So what we have here is an idea, a concept, a wedding dress, the white flower, it's bleeding. I kind of wanted a gold background. I don't know the other elements, so I'll try to find them. Here's a girl with her face off. I'm not going to show you that. That's in tomorrow's video. You'll see that girl in tomorrow's video and some other ones where I was testing some cuts. Because if you watched my video last Monday, I was messing with that Giorgio Armani ad, and it got me inspired to do some more tests. And so tomorrow's video is actually me testing things and trying to experiment and trying to get better. But that's what you'll see, and you'll see things like that. And then we will still make a collage project, and I actually really like it. I like the way it turned out. It's pretty cool. So here's a test. I cut the girl's head off, and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen if I cut her hairline off? And I like it. She's like a planter, you know. It's like, you know, she's like a pot or something. You put all the plants coming out of her head. This isn't revolutionary or anything. I've probably seen something like that. You've probably seen something like that. It just worked good because the picture was already cutting off her head halfway, and so I was like, well, what if I just cut her hairline off? And then now my vision is to get some flowers and stuff draping over her. And then I don't know what the background's going to be either. Is she like coming out of a painting like we just saw? And then is the flowers coming? So we need to come up with these together. They're just concepts in my mind. So I was at the Dollar Tree. I guess you could call it the Dollars Tree, because nowadays it costs more than $1. And let me just open this. Sorry about the sound. 1 second. This is not something that I usually use, but they're at the Dollar Tree, and I was like, well, what I need is this. And I make makeshift ones, but what I need right now for these is this. So these little ideas like this, I already have piles of them, right? And then I'll make it when I'm like, I want to make a collage today. I'm like, oh yeah, this one's really inspiring to me right now, and I know a song, and so I'll go ahead and pick it. Let's see. Oh, you did one with a sunflower coming out of a head? That's what Margaret just said. You guys won't see that. You could watch the chat replay, but that's what Margaret said. I want to see it, Margaret. You got to show me what that looks like. This one, yeah, sunflower. That'd be really cool. I don't think I have a sunflower, but some flowers. I do maybe have some flowers. So the reason why I bought these is to just kind of, so I can sort them, so then I can stack them on top of each other and sort them. Let me show you what my organization is looking like right now. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but 1 second. Whoa, I have a lot of them. Boxes and boxes full of these things, right? So this category right here would be transportation and vehicles. It also has tech. This is box number 2. I believe we go up to box 8. So I found this. Okay, so these are in these envelope folders, right? They're in these envelope folders. Okay, we go deep over here. That's the thing, Margaret, is that I don't really I have so many that it's like I would need a whole bunch of you know, those things can get expensive too, the clear sleeves and stuff. And you'll see this, I have, you know, 8 boxes. And so the problem is with these is that they fall over. And so I was trying to make something with like cardboard or something, but what I did is these. I'm sure you've seen these, right? You've seen these where you put your books in them, like this. But I put it on its side and I filled them up and then I dropped them into the box. I've showed you the boxes. Let me show you, I guess, again. One of these boxes right here. This is an empty one. Got these off of Scamazon, right? And so it looks like that. And it's just one of these. This is box number 2. But you can imagine I have multiple of these. It's deep. It goes deep, so I can fit like 3 or 4 of these in here. It's intense. It's intense, right? It's like camping. So we'll put this in here, and then I have a couple more of these to put in there. I just emptied this so I can show you what it looks like. All right. Set that to the side. All right, so that's what we're looking at. So let me show you what that actually looks like. So since this whole category, let me set that to the side. This whole category looks something like this: transportation and vehicles. Let's take a look at it. Oh, first off, it has some technology, gadgets. I guess that's what that says. So these are like smaller clippings. These are going to be little clippings inside here. We could dive into those in a minute, but I'll just show you kind of what we're doing. I don't know what I need. If I know what I need, then I would just go into whatever box. I know that this one's transportation, vehicles, and tech. I don't know what that actually is because they haven't been totally, you know, put together properly. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, no binder system because I have way too many. How would you see them all? So I've came to the conclusion. So here's how I separate them for now, which I'm going to organize them better. Don't tell USPS, you know, that I have their little stickers here and that I've put them on paper to slab them and separate them from what magazine I was cutting from. But that's not going to work for the future. And there's just so much happening here. But if I knew I needed a vehicle, I could go through here and probably grab a tab and be like, okay, I know I can see from this picture. I know that this came from a lowrider magazine. Like I could tell from the rims, I could tell from the car. I could tell from the advertisement. I don't know how that's helping me sell rims. Like, I don't know, guys. Does that make you want to buy a new pair of rims? I guess. I don't know. Look at the lowrider bike. Check the lowrider bike out. Yep. We all remember those magazines. Oh, look. Oh, I'm not going to show that. That might be too much right there. But it's an advertisement trying to help you buy some rims, but it's just a girl in her bikini, so it's kind of funny. I mean, I understand that in a way, but the way the way the advertisements are lit, it's kind of funny. Once you get older, you realize, like, that's really how you guys are advertising. Look, here's probably one. Oh, no, that's not one, but some of them are a little inappropriate, too, so I'm not going to show it. But I can tell that this is from a lowrider magazine. I don't need a lowrider magazine. I don't think that fits with what we're going. This feels like a motorcycle magazine right now. I could tell from this girl. So I know that I have all these motorcycle Nope, because this right here, I know where this comes from. This comes from a Rob Report magazine. So does this. I could tell these ads. And see, that's why is this in transportation and vehicles? Something's getting mixed up. Now I could tell that's an awesome motorbike right there. And it's not what I'm looking for. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for. That's the problem right now. So what we're going to do is if we see some pieces that stick out to us, we're going to go ahead and start collaging or like making some piles for future collage art projects. But just looking at it, we're just kind of looking at it. It's magazine Mayhem. We don't really know. Just check out some clippings here. You can kind of see what I have and the problems I'm dealing with. Check out this awesome car. I can't put it back together again. You know, it's not Humpty Dumpty, but you can see that it's a pretty awesome car. I don't know how you'd piece it together or what you'd do with it. Look at this bike. It's like made out of carbon fiber from a Rob Report magazine. Ooh, I like this car right here. And then I like it because it's white and you can cut it out and stuff like that. Oh, I have all Friday. Oh no, Thursdays. So you know that as of right now, I plan on dropping collage videos on Mondays and Thursdays. So you should see a new video from me. I'm already weeks ahead, luckily. Blessed to try to get a little bit ahead, and that's how I get ahead, is I'm gonna start putting piles of future collage art projects, and then when I feel like doing it, I already have some ideas. Hopefully I don't forget the idea, but if I pick it up, I'll remember it again. Hopefully I will. Like this plane, I actually kind of need this plane for one of my other ideas, so I'll set it to the side. So let me do that. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is that I could use those dividers to separate them. But see, here's the thing. Okay, so that works good. And then where's the, you know, it came with those little white papers. You can label it and say what it is, right? So that'd be good. That's going to help. You can see how I have it right now with this piece of paper, and it's like a sticker, and then I could label that as well. But you know, I was doing the collage or the organizing videos on the live stream, and then I kind of stopped because it got overwhelming and I was trying to make some more collage art and stuff, so I didn't dive too deep into that. So that's something that we can do in future projects, and then it's real interesting. I would love to show you a lot of these. Let me just show you a few more of these, because this is not really the category that I need today, but let's see what I have. Oh, let's get those back in there. So I'm gonna put those back in, low riders, kind of make it so it doesn't get squished here. You can see how I have so many. And then I told you about all those other magazines that are about to be cut. So I don't know, I need to figure something out. It's cool because it flattens, and then they're kind of in there, kind of organized. It's not horrible. Let me see what else I have here. These ones and these ones. Let me pull out this one. It looks pretty thick. just let's get a grip on things here. Boom. Let's go yachting. We got some yachts here. Got this. Yeah, it can be very overwhelming when you see all of these clippings and what, you know, you want these. I don't want to throw them away. You can see I haven't even showed these magazines. I have 50 plus air and space magazines. I haven't even cut into any of those. I guess I cut into one of them, but yeah, I mean, I have so much. I have yachting magazines, lots of crazy stuff, but I don't think any of these work with these collage art projects right now. I don't even know. I'm kind of losing track of what I'm even trying to make right here. I have some piles already over to the side, so maybe I'll pull some of those in. Let's do this. Someone just put these away. So what's in here is a bag full of small clippings. They're smaller, they're not full pages, so they're ready to be clipped. And then I have, you can see that again, and I have a lot of these. I mean, it's gonna get more. It's gonna get out of control, and so figuring things out. Let me put this to the side, and I'm gonna grab a different one to show you. Down you go. You're home. It's your home. Okay, here's another box. What do we got? Travel, places, nature, outdoor, animals, and wildlife. Yes, that's what we have. We have another thing here, and a couple of these. So what I want is flowers. Since we're here, travel, places, nature, outdoors, animals, and wildlife. This is box 3. So this is kind of, you can see how intense this is getting around here. What did I say? I have like 8? I think I have 8 boxes. But these boxes have lots of these inside of them, which this is so they can stand up in the boxes and not get all messed up. Let's see, one of these might have more flowers. Apologies if this is too close to the mic. Oh, and now I'm touching the mic. Oh, not those ones. You're okay with crazy. Well, that's the reason why you're here, because most people can't handle the crazy that's going on here. or the crazy that's usually happening. Sorry, I keep hitting that mic and that thing makes noises when it does. So why is he in here? I'm not really sure. I guess because he's in the nature. Let's see if we can find some flowers. Let's just try to find some flowers for our girl's head real quick. I mean, let's make something, or at least get something established. Like, look at this place. This is a castle. Might need that castle. I really like that. I like how the statue's out there in the desert or wherever that is. I'm gonna try not to mess this all up too much. So here's the trick. This is one of the biggest problems that I'm having is, like, you see how these piles, this is, luckily that's just one of the backing papers, but if they start sliding, they can get all bent up and stuff. Well, so it's just weird. I know where that is. I know what city that is. Where I live by. There's some, well, those are like daisies or something. Let's see. Here's, you know, beautiful Northwest again. You can tell that's what that is. But I thought it was in the flower magazine. It's probably divided. Yeah, so here we go. This is a different magazine. Let's go ahead and try to keep these flat, because if not, if they get all over the place and they're not stacked, it can get really rough. So here's our girl. I don't want to get too off track. Here's our girl right here. What I need is something for her head. So let's go ahead and try to find that. At least let's find one today while I'm showing you all my chaos and trying to figure things out. And that's why I bought those little dividers, is for, not for this. The dividers are for these stacks, because I have so many stacks of ideas. The dividers are just to place between my ideas so I can separate them properly. So we got some secret gardens here, some pretty places. This is from a flower magazine, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a flower magazine, so we're on the right track. So I see something here, which is not the style that I was thinking of, but she's got an afro now. look at her haircut. I actually like that. That one's actually pretty cool. It kind of pokes out both ends. Like that, right? Or should she have the rounded head? Okay, I'll let you like that. Let's get a couple and then you guys can choose what you think's better. Oh yeah? Yeah, I like that idea. She's saying that she has a book with old mansions and it makes some stuff out of the windows. I think that's a good idea, actually. There's one where I was going to cut the windows out, and I don't know if it's like really, it was a person coming out of the windows, but you know, I think that things like that, like mirrors and windows and doors, you can really have some stuff pop out. Let's see that. Okay. See if I can find a better one. Ooh, this is weird. So now we got round, we're going on the round head theme, I guess, all of a sudden. But this is like rocks. Look at her hairstyle there. That's pretty different. I like it. I mean, we're trying something different, you know. For me, it's not different for every, like, it's obviously not revolutionary. Here's a thing of flowers right here. It's not quite rounded, and it's more like a basket. I guess they could be coming. I was kind of just thinking like something bigger, but you know what's cool about these is that I don't have to do the cutting in between as much, because flowers are difficult. Flowers are difficult to cut, and that glare is just doing something different today. I think my light might got moved or something. Kind of bumpy. Let me keep flipping through, see if we can find something else, and then we can kind of judge. At least Margaret can, or whoever else, anybody else wants to comment. I know it's going to be, you know, usually people watch these after they've been, oh, here we go. A lot of people watch these after it's been archived, so now we have some dripping, draping, dipping, dodging. I was thinking something like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so imagine here that it's cut and then they're going over her head. So it's over her forehead. I like that color. And I know that the screen is not the perfect for the colors because these lights and then the glare off of the magazine paper, but her skin with her lips and the skin color, it really works. And the flare of this. Give me a thumbs up. What do you think, Margaret? Do you think that this is a good one? let's see. We can still have a, so Margaret said, too bad we don't live closer because we could do a collage making session. I think we still could, Margaret. I think we still could, maybe here on the live stream or something. Right now, I need your opinion though. I need you to tell me, you like that? I think that's it. I just, in my mind, I think that that is her head, right? Compared to the rounded head. I would say that. I'll give you a second to reply. There's a delay on my stuff. So it would be that one or the rounded head, right? Rounded head. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It pokes out from the side of her head. It definitely makes her look different, and it's an experiment. She likes it. I'm going with that one. Let's do that. Margaret likes it. We'll go with that. If anyone else wants to chime in, you could chime in. Feel free to say something. I know we don't have a ton of people here, but that's okay. You guys could still interact, and if you see in this later, you can comment in the comment section and just tell me if I made a bad choice or not. Let's see, we'll put this to the side. Okay, so what I think is I like this maybe for the future as well. I think we have our girl. Let me show you one more time. Okay, yeah, I love the colors too. I think that they match. And you know what? I think we get this piece as well. So I'm not quite sure with these. So we'd cut this piece out separately, push it to the side. I like these colors where now if I cut between the branches there, ooh, I don't know, I like the pink though. I do like the pink. So that's where we need to go to next, right? We're gonna build an idea real quick. So we have this, not real quick, obviously it's not real quick because diving through all these things. And that's the mission. I'm gonna have something, I have an idea, a vision of how we can all organize our clippings better and find them. And this just shows how difficult it is when you want to get inspired. How much time did I spend? I want to create and I want to collage, but I need to dive into all these and find this just to find this one paper. What if I had this documented in a way to find it real quick with a search engine or something? We'll see. You know, I'm a crazy thinker, so we'll see if that ever happens. Something could be really cool in the future, but you know, it's got to be developed, got to develop it, you know, just like anything, it takes time. So we're in our flowers. We found our girl. We're gonna not think about this girl and Ladies Love Cool J there. We have our Marilyn Monroe type girls here with our painting, which we probably, I almost want a different painting just because they're so, you know, like golden, and this is kind of greenish. I feel like there's a lot of greenish in this, so we'll just have to see about these. I think maybe I'm trying to do too much right now on one stream and I should just focus on one. So let's focus on our girl because I really love her right now. I think she looks amazing and she just needs a little bit more. So what more could we give her? Let me put this away first. So, did I just hit the camera? I did, that's silly. Okay, so put that away. It's kind of crazy, it's kind of packed. That is what is it again? Travel, places, nature, and outdoors, animals and wildlife. We didn't even get into the animals and wildlife. She needs some animals and wildlife. What kind of animal? Oh, I swear, cutting through all that, how would you do that? There's so much detail in that flower. I don't know, I think that would just have to go, or keep the pink. The problem would be is she needs like a stoop or something to be coming out of to match with this white one here. So and then you got the text up here, so I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, the focus is always an issue with me. I'm always all over the place. So that's the cat magazine. No, we'll just figure something out. Let's see if we could come across anything else. It's not critical, but I do think right now I have a masterpiece in play. I love that right there. So let me put this away. Okay, put that down there. Miscellaneous. Oh no. Okay. So we have our girl here, but I don't know if we're going to be able to find her because the other box that I have out is the miscellaneous box. I'll keep her up in the corner, kind of hard to see with the glare. She's there. So there's a box of miscellaneous things here. Let's just, for the rest of the stream, let's just look at some crazy stuff that I have. I don't know what we're going to come across, but again, I have like 8 of these boxes, and hit that mic again, sorry. And then they have multiple of these in each box. So it's kind of wild, trying to get my life together here, you know what I'm saying? Boom, look at this dude. I don't think he's part of that, but he's pretty cool. He's got the, look at, oh yeah, I have multiple of these. I don't know what's wrong in his stomach. I think he's got, like, you know, some digestion issues there, and he's got a sore arm or something. I don't know why it's sticking out on him like that, but it's pretty interesting. This is a miscellaneous one, so let's just flip through this and see what we see. If we see anything for the girl, then we'll grab it, but some like chemical testing, not sure what's happening there. Well, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna guess what he's doing. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not really sure what's happening. They got the oh, they're testing this girl. Yes, they do. Yep, birds of a feather, they say. So let's go and push those there to that side. Okay, what are these ones? So, I mean, it's just interesting. I don't know. I feel like I could use that for a collage project, and that's why I kept it, you know, like I'm trying not to waste it, cutting up all these magazines. Oops, there's some weird stuff on that paper. Here's something interesting. Do you need the Tin Man? You need the Tin Man or some Spam? I don't really need a thing of Spam, but I got it. I got a big old razor. That's not gonna work with my girl. Let's do that. Let's just keep on flipping through and see what we get. Okay, so there's a good divider right there. So put that to the side. You never know what we're gonna come across. We got a girl swimming. This is just like, I don't go into this one very much, but it's got a lot. We got this girl eating some sushi right here. Pretty cool. We got Scooby-Doo and the gang over here. Then Rambo. No, it's Rambo's back. Look, he's back, and then that's a picture of his back. You get it? Oh, it's pretty fun. Baseball. Some weird closet. I don't know what that is. Know what that is. Here's how to fight back. You need a lesson on how to fight back? I'll send this. You don't let that guy steal your wallet. Anyways. Oh, Blockbuster. Hey, Bend, Oregon. You know we showed those Bend, Oregon magazines? That's actually where the last Blockbuster is. So if you want to go to the last Blockbuster. Do you remember going to Blockbuster? That was a time in the world when you had to go to the, you know, rent a movie place over here at Blockbuster. Then that was your weekend. It was a good time. It was a good time. There's still one. I saw an ad. They're like turning like 40 or 50 or something. Don't quote me. But, you know, it does still exist. There's one left. It's in Bend, Oregon. You can go and visit. People do it all the time. Do you need to make a wish? You need to make a wish. Or, you know, tell a lie and then cross your fingers. Like, I'm going to show up. I'll be there on time. I promise. I'll be there. Okay, so some of the random ones like this, I just put them in here because I like that little house. In the background potentially. So that's what I do when I'm going through and I'm grabbing them. Oh, you could tell what magazine it's from. And I really like those flowers as well. So what I'm doing when I'm making future collage projects, I'm just like, okay, let me just show you real quick. Something clicked over there. I don't know why that made a weird noise. Okay, so there she is, and we try not to wrinkle her up. And this is thicker, so okay, we have her, and then I may be like, oh, that little house there. Or, you know, for the garden. Can the camera catch that? It's pretty. And then we have these, and so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that with it. So that's what I do. I'll be like, I have some potentials. I have a few potentials there. I like this flower. That flower is kind of the color. I like this cake. I know this cake. I took a picture of that cake before, or whatever that cake is, right? There's a bigger picture of that cake somewhere. So I like the flower, and I like the cake. Okay, we're building. She's getting something. Guess we're in another Better Home and Garden one. Oh, you know what? This is where we were finding the evidence of where that lady gives me those magazines, and it has like hair dye. I believe that is hair dye on the magazine. So that's why I think she owns a hair salon, and she just gives me these magazines once they're done. And it's been about a month. I haven't heard from her. Hopefully soon I'll get another set of the newest magazines, because I don't have a subscription. Although I did just sign up for my first, this sounds weird. I have thousands of magazines, right? Tons of them. But I don't have any magazine subscriptions. I don't have any subscriptions until 2 days ago. A few days ago, I saw Vogue. You can get a year of Vogue for $15 or whatever. And I was like, okay. And then I got the Architectural Digest for $12 a year. $15 a year for the Vogue. And then it was $12. They were on some weird special. And I was like, you know what? I will do it. Oh, there it is. I found the piece. Are you ready to see the piece that's going to bring our girl together? I know this is going to work. I remember this picture under here, and this is going to help. This is going to make it. Oh, yeah. It's a stack of flower books. Let me show you. Is it working? Come on, focus. You can focus on it. There it is. Okay. So she's going to be stacked on top of these books, or coming out of these books, or the books are going to help her somehow. All right, we're building it. We're building a quick collage. So, I'll be making this one here in the near future. And you help put it together with me. Lampshades. Do you remember my magazine cover challenge with the girl with the birds? She had the birds, and I had lampshades in there. I have those scraps somewhere. Let me show you this. I have not showed you this. Hold on. Move this stuff. I was over at Daiso. My daughter loves Daiso, right? And, it's not going to see. You're not going to see it all. But this is my magazine clippings bin right here. There's a bunch of clippings under here. Let me see if I can do it without messing up my other clippings. There you go, from our collages. Oh, don't give it away. Don't give it away. So under there are all the clippings that we've been, cutting out for our collage art projects, and all the extras. I've been putting them in this bin. So let me put it back down here. So we can do a collage art challenge out of scraps. So I do have scraps of lampshades, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one over here as well, because I see a nice pink lampshade in there, and it might be worth creating something from. So it's pretty cool. We're on the road. We're on to making. So I actually think I probably have enough, but I like to have more than less. So it's good to have a good idea. We'll look at that one. At least we made one. I mean, I was hoping to make like 4 or 5, because usually when I'm doing this, I'm throwing them all over the place. So what's that? Oh, so here's a guy mixing. I don't know. I never made a long form video out of it, but I did make a short with the Van Horn song. I don't know if you guys know Saint Motel, but that's a funny quick little short. I have another one that I never even posted. I should post that sometime soon. Look at this building. That's kind of crazy, right? So I like that. I don't know if it fits with our girl, but in the background or something, right? So we're trying to build a scene, right? We're trying to build a scene. Oh, I don't think this is going to fit for our scene, but it's Sonic. Why is Sonic in here? Because these are all mixed up. Oh wait, this is miscellaneous. We're in the miscellaneous one, so I guess it makes sense. We got Sonic Racers, or I don't know if that's Sonic Racers. We got Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's go ahead and move that. We're in the miscellaneous. You never know what's gonna happen here, right? These are my clippings. These are what my magazine clippings look like, and the show. But I just like the girl's face and all the details, like the details around. I may not even use those, and I may just use the border piece right here. So I think I could use the border for sure. What's this? Oh, look, it's Phantom of the Opera. He should be in something, right? Totally. You can get the movie. It's right here if you want to order it. I don't know. I think it comes out May 3rd. Like when? 1998 or something. Oh, look at these people. This is crazy. This is why the miscellaneous one's crazy, and it's gonna get even crazier. I have more. What's on their head? Can it focus? I don't know if they're aliens, or if they there's bad air. They live in Los Angeles, I guess, and the air quality's poor, so they go wear these things on their head, and there's respirators inside there. I really like the Phantom of the Opera there. I remember that movie. That was kind of cool in those times. We got Ice Cube. I don't know why we have Ice Cube in here, but he's in here. We got Nelly in here. There's Nelly's ring. Yeah, they're interesting. This is just wild. We got the skateboarders. Oh, I have a magazine reaction video I just did. I think it'll probably come out next weekend. It's silly. I don't know. I think those are silly. Hopefully I'm not too far from the mic because I'm kind of standing back. But we got Batman here. Looks like we got some other movie stuff. I'll probably just blow through these real quick. Let's see if I can flip through. Is that Ernest? I don't know if you remember. Oh, no, that's some other. Let me not show that, okay? Dang, bro. Okay, let me just get past this one because these are all like from a movie magazine. And sorry about that. You're gonna hear some noises here. Just go ahead and post them to the side. So you can see that's how I'm dividing them. Just a piece of paper and a little sticky thing. And you can see why, Margaret, why I can't put these all in sleeves. If I did, you know, like I could pick my favorites and then really try to grab them from there. But there's just so many, and maybe I'm over keeping them. Here, you guys ready to have some fun? Let's have some fun. Let's get into my miscellaneous ones. We got the Joker. He's a Lego. Look at that. Look at that. It sounds good. Good deal. Got the Joker. Do you like Lego Batman? I like Lego Batman. Batgirl? Batwoman? One of them bats. Okay, we got a bunch of Legos here. So, Margaret, you almost got a Lego magazine, but it wouldn't fit. So these magazines, I have a bunch of Lego magazines from like Life. Is it a Life magazine? It's a Time. It's a Time magazine. Time magazine, special edition for Legos. All about Legos. I almost shoved it in there. I don't think you got the Lego one because I was like spared you. I couldn't fit it. So I'll flip through these. Anyway, I have more of those. I was gonna give them away. I'm planning on giving away free magazines in the live streams and on the channel and stuff, but you know, not enough people here. YouTube right now, it's kind of sad right now actually. YouTube puts me through these phases where they'll be boosting me up and sharing my videos, and then all of a sudden they'll like turn off the faucet. And so right now I'm in a flatline period, I call it. So it's kind of weird. Let's see. Spider-Man's your hero? Yeah, I don't know if I have Spider-Man in there. So a bunch of DC. These ones are, let's see. No. So it's this one. Here it is. They must have a deal with them, you know, for the Lego movies and stuff. But it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool magazine. It's just kind of fun and funny. But yeah, so they haven't been sharing my stuff right now, so not putting me out there. Let's see. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them, Margaret. I'm glad you enjoyed those magazines. I was happy to send them to you, and I just thought it was really funny that those are mostly what my daughter found, and I was asking her to get me some magazines, and I got them all for 50 cents, and I was like, you know what, I should just pass it on to Margaret, because it's such a good blessing there to find those for so cheap. I feel like they're good quality magazines, and they weren't roughed up. Like I did find that Vanity Fair I showed y'all, but that one has water damage, and it's like they can't, you know, it's still, I'll pull a couple out of there. I like these boots right here. The big boot theory, I don't know what this is, but yeah, I feel like since they're such a good deal, I like to share in the coolness. Now here we go, we got some Rose Festival, which you know, I live out in Troutdale right now, but you know, I live close to Portland. You know, I know it's controversial and everything, so calm it down. It ain't that bad. It ain't what they say it is, I'll tell you that. Like, I don't know. It's not anything I don't worry around here. It's the Rose City anyway. So there's a lot. They have these called the Rose Festival and the Rose Day Parade, and so those are all roses around it, and it's just a traditional thing that happens around here. It's a really beautiful place. And here you go. Here you can see the queen. So they always princess. Maybe they do it as a princess. Yeah, so these are the queens. So they crown a queen for the Rose Festival, and these are old time ones. I can't get it to focus, but you know, they're usually like younger, like high school girls or something, or like college girls that they make the Rose Queen or whatever. There's a name for it. I actually used to kind of be friends on Facebook with one of the girls, and she was one of the Rose Queens, and then I think she became like Miss Oregon or something. I don't know. I deleted that. I don't use Facebook much. Oh, I do have one though, because I do it for to go and find magazines. But that's it. I guess I'm not showing y'all this that much. Let's see. Oh, you haven't? Well, don't turn on the news. Just don't turn on the news. It's Oregon, Portland, Oregon. So not Portland, Maine. You know, they have good crab over there. Over here, we have protests, but they're not as crazy as people think that they are. It's not. It's so silly. You go to Los Angeles, that's crazy. That's crazy. You go to San Francisco, that's crazy. I'd admit that. But they way over exaggerate the stuff that happens here. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's happening. I shouldn't say too much on here because we are streaming through Google, but we are living in the Silicon Forest. No, not the Silicon Valley. Little do people know, if you want to know something crazy about where the world's going with all the AI and all the big data centers and all that stuff, you go ahead and do you a little search on Hillsboro, Oregon, which is right outside of Portland. And yeah, it's very, very strategic place for what's about to take place in the world. So you wonder why they're sending the guard out here. I'm not going to say too much of it on, but they just sent the guard out here to take over because it's like living in a war zone, but it's not. But, you know, yeah, me neither. I don't put that on either because they'd be straight falsifying stuff. But it did happen. They did just send the guard out here supposedly. So, yeah, it's not as crazy as they seem to make it seem. But in my mind, it's because we're in a very strategic location and they can't let it get out of control because the future of America, possibly the world, is part of Hillsboro, Oregon. And, you know, you could do the research for yourself. I don't want to get it deep into no theories. They're just theories. You know, I'm not going to say the other word because then, you know, that's not what this channel's about. I'm not trying to get into that kind of stuff with y'all. But, you know, it's lots happening, but it's really not. It's just a small little city. It's not even a big city. We don't even have 1 million people who live here, I don't believe. But go to Los Angeles. I watched this dude. His name's like John Hicks or something like that. He rides his e-bike around Los Angeles all the time. Oh yeah, see, like Detroit's serious. Like that's a serious location. There's a lot happening, but over here they're making a big deal out of nothing. And I kind of understand in some specs, but it's not what they try to make it seem like it is. So it's really silly in a way, but I know why, because it's way more strategic. This is a strategic place, and all the data cables run under the ocean up to up to the AI data centers. You know what I'm saying? Right up on Hillsboro. You know, you can look it up for yourself. It's kind of crazy once I figured it out. It's pretty wild, pretty nuts. I'm still looking for our girl over here for some extra pieces. I'm just flipping through. The miscellaneous stuff goes so deep because it's like you don't really know. There's no no kind of messing stuff up here. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's no rhyme. But I just throw them in here because that's why it's miscellaneous, because they don't really necessarily have a category. Now, these could have gone into like home decor and design, which I do have a whole thing of that. When you go into textures, I have a whole thing of that. But they're just kind of, there's so many and they're kind of pieced apart like this. So they kind of go into miscellaneous like these. Because like, I didn't want to throw it away, but see, that's like showing these pieces, what's actually comes up in the magazine. So I have this big picture in somewhere, but I felt like I may want to use that little piece of texture. And we kind of did that in one of our videos, I think, where I was using the texture. Did I post that already? I don't know. I'm going to start giving away the secrets and stuff. I will give away the secret of this Monday. And this is what I'm thinking about. So we just kind of went through these miscellaneous ones. And let's get rid of that off of the top so it's not showing any barcodes or anything. So I'll give away some secrets. Well, on Monday, tomorrow, as the videos goes live in the morning, I schedule them in the morning. I'm not even awake. They go live at like 6 a.m. Pacific time or something. And this one, I'm planning on Mondays being like experimental-ish now. Last Monday, we took that Giorgio Armani ad. I cut up the face, right? That's like, I'm not a collage expert. I just have fun. And obviously I have a ton of magazines and a ton of clippings, so it's just fun to me. So I was experimenting by cutting the face. I felt like that was fun. it was simple, and I just wanted to do that to see. It wasn't about that piece of collage art. It was about how the cutting style goes for the eyes and the head and the facial structures. So after I did that test, I hate wasting clippings. As you can see, the miscellaneous, like, I don't know, I guess you'd keep this. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, there's a cool disco ball right there. There's a whole bunch of disco balls up here. And then there's this girl in polka dots. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. I actually like that. Well, darn it. Let me put that to the side. I like all those disco balls. I might have to build off of that. But, yeah, so I just do that, but I don't like wasting the clippings. And so on tomorrow's video, testing stuff. I went ahead and sacrificed some clippings, ones that weren't too serious, that weren't really like my top favorites, and I was just chopping them up to test different cutting strategies to see how things are going to turn out. And then we made a piece of collage art at the end, and I really like it. It's fun. The short is really fun. I like it. I used an old school song on it. I said I was going to use an 80s song. I believe that song's from the 90s, but you'll know the vibe when you hear it. So it's really fun. And so Mondays. So last Monday was an experiment. This Monday is going to be an experiment as well. And I kind of think I'll film another video for maybe next month, for the Monday after next Monday, like a week and a day from tomorrow, or a week from tomorrow, and maybe make Mondays kind of like experimental collage day, like where I actually experiment, because how am I going to get better if I don't experiment? And then we can all get creative and like maybe learn something, or like together, you know, because I'm not here to teach anybody, because this isn't a tutorial channel or nothing. We're just having fun cutting up some magazines and making some collage art here. It's not like I'm gonna teach you something you probably don't know, unless, like, I don't know, maybe you'll learn something from my mistakes. That's probably how you'll learn, is from my mistakes. But that's what I plan on doing, is like Mondays, making them experimental. Now I have that video for Monday. I have a video on Thursday. It's really fun as well, from some vintage magazines. As you can see, these are all modern. What am I doing here? Let me put these away. I have another stack. What are these? It's more miscellaneous. Let me just set that to the side. We'll look at our project here in a second. So I have another one on Thursdays. Sorry, Thursdays are the days that I'm going to be posting. You can count on me dropping a couple videos every week. That's my plan. I want to do more, but we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, experimenting is good, and that's kind of how I look at it. But, you know, at the same time, I'm like, do I want to waste the pictures? So maybe find some that I don't care that much about. This girl, go ahead. She's in that video tomorrow. I cut her face off, and and I was just trying to see, like, what do different cuts look like. And then I liked this one accidentally in that video. I saw this and I was like, okay, it kind of looks like a mask or something, right? Popped her eyes off. And then I had this texture. We were just testing different textures, and I like this because now it looks like her eyes. And then maybe turn this into a mask and build some feathers or something off of the rest of it. So I was gonna build off of that today, but you know, it's just too much going on. I'm starting to realize how crazy my clippings are and how desperately they need to be organized. But so Thursdays, you'll see Thursdays. I already have videos filmed. I already have one for Mondays already scheduled to post. On Thursday, you'll see another one. It's not scheduled, but I already have it finished. And then I have more. I have already some more that I've already filmed. A couple I don't even want to post because I don't think they're as good. And my light and camera was messing up on one or two of them. And I'm kind of like, well, there's still good videos and the collages are cool, but I don't want to put out stuff where my stuff's malfunctioning, at least at this point. And Google or YouTube has me kind of in a weird, you know, they do this where it's like I'm getting shared, they're sharing my videos, and then they flatline me. So I'm in the flatline period right now where they're not going to give me the reach. And we're a new channel anyway. I don't know how new we are, but, you know, we're still growing and it's still very young. So, it does that to me. We go through phases where it's like I'm getting some new people around here, and we're getting the followers up and people are liking the videos, and then boom, nothing. They straight turn off the spigot. They turn me off and say no views. Like last night, I don't think I had but a couple views over all of my videos. Over 100 videos, no views on any of them. So they like cut me off. It's weird how that happens, but you know, it's just part of the platform, I guess, and just kind of riding the waves of what's going on. I have plans to do a lot more where we get the community really going, give away clippings. So that was part of my vision in the beginning, is I have all these clippings. I want to make some stylized clipping packs and then give them away to people. Yep, we'll get there, Margaret. You're right. We'll just keep on building on it. You know what we didn't find is the other piece of this pie. I don't know. It looks delicious to me, though. So here we go. We'll just kind of look at this before we wrap things up here. This is what we did. Were we productive today? I don't know. I don't know. I think we are, if we made a really cool collage concept out of it. Let's see. Let's see. So I think I could cut this out. I'm going to cut around her and then maybe have that drape over her head. I don't know if you can see. There's a little flower right here. These flowers will pop out over her forehead. That's the concept for that, right? She does have a gold earring, and gold, like a light gold, would, like if the picture's not too bright and shiny, or dark and black gold, I think some light gold elements would look really good in here. So I may have to jump into my like architectural magazines, but I think that's the concept. You're seeing it here first. She looks, I mean, with that, it's like a cool like little hairstyle or a hat. I love it. We just got to cut it out and do that. So then we don't really know what the background would be. I like the pink paper and stuff. I do like it, but I don't know. I want to add more to it. So we have this little house here we found. I don't know, secret garden shed. There's the gated fence there. The gated fence is kind of cool. That might be a concept. I might have that somewhere. We have this cool building. I like this cool building. This is some crazy art here, though. This is some crazy art. So that'll probably end up in our scrap pile because it has nothing to do with this. But we did find this flower. Love this flower here. I don't know if we need it to incorporate it. So that's pretty cool to potential. I know there's a full page of this like pinkish, weirdish pie. I have no clue where it's at. It's not in the miscellaneous. It's probably like in my food. Yeah, I have a whole box about like food and drinks and stuff. It's crazy. So I don't know if we need a lampshade in there. If any of these lampshades, maybe this one or this crazy one. Problem is that one's clear, so you see through it. Probably this white one. I think that'd be cool. It's got Cleopatra vibes, is what Margaret said. That's pretty true. Pretty true. It's gonna be pretty awesome. I think she's gonna look really pretty, and I just like the picture. It's weird because I didn't want to waste it. I was testing stuff, and now she's gonna turn into a beautiful piece. We have these books of flowers. I think that's possibly the backdrop, but see, it's not high enough. So we have these flowers too. We have these books. I think they need to be cut out. I think I need to find potentially a different background. But then I could dive into my textures and stuff like that. But I do think we found enough elements. So now I was going to have like the goal of this video in my mind was going to be that we're going to have a bunch of these stacks, right? We're going to have stacks of like future collage art projects, because that's usually what I do is I'll go and I'll start boom, boom, boom. I like that. I like that. I just pull out all my clippings and they're all over the place. Not all of them. Sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. And I have a box where it's like, these are my prime ones and I really love these. And I'll start building future projects and laying them out. And then I'm like, when I come home from work or something, I'm like, yep, I'm diving into this girl today. And I'll film a video and make a quick collage art with this girl. She's good. I think maybe find a couple more pieces for like potential backgrounds or something. But we didn't get very far today. Usually I'll have like 5 or 6 of them or something laying around, and I keep building as I'm flipping through all the clippings. I'll start building. I'm like, oh, gold. I like gold. It's a darker gold. She needs a lighter gold over here. This one, this needs kind of goldish too. It's funny. LL Cool J here. But I do know I want to use his hand and the bloody thorn poking him and over the girl who's kind of in a crazy wedding dress, and she's gonna get cut out of that. His hand's gonna get cut out of that. I had this piece, but yeah, I don't know if it's for sure gonna be the piece, but that's kind of what I was thinking for that. So, and then that's why I got these from the Dollar Tree, the Dollars Tree, because everything costs more than $1 these days. Those were $1.25, but they're hitting $1.50. Some things are $3 in there, so the prices, you gotta watch the prices up in there nowadays. But I just got those to divide those. Let's see. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we got to see some. Oh, let me move this. It was cool. And you know what? I'm happy. We didn't get a lot of productivity. Not a lot of productivity, but I really love this girl. I love her. She's going to look amazing. So now we all know that in this video, we picked her out. We're going to see her in a future video. Hopefully it's not too far away. I would say you could see it in a week or so, but I'll probably make it in a week or so. But I already have other videos that are set to go live that are already done. And you can count on me at least dropping one video a week, but I'm more likely to drop multiple videos every week. That's like my goals to do that. Is I love doing it. I love doing this. It's fun. And then me and Margaret have built up a friendship. You know, I hope to build friendships with more of you guys on here, and we can, you know, share magazines, do some clippings, maybe collab on some collage art projects. Maybe I'll start it and you finish it, or vice versa. Again, I'm not like a super expert, and I'm not really, you know, super talented at it, but at least I'm having fun. And that's what I think it comes down to, is like, I don't care. I don't need to be super great. I just want to have fun and do it and enjoy myself. And then y'all get to do it with me, and hopefully you enjoy it as well. And so it's just lots of fun to me. And that's why I really love making collage art. I don't know how I fell into this. It's just kind of crazy how you would never thought that I would be like the person to be making a bunch of collage art and stuff. But I had a vision to make some stuff for my house, and then I got a bunch more magazines, and next thing you know, I have magazines, and then I'm like, well, I'll make some different stuff, and then it's just been fun, and I really enjoy it. So I plan on making a lot more videos, so you'll see me on here. I'm gonna be doing we'll see. I'm gonna do some more reaction videos, but I have so many magazines that I want to show you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm grateful too, Margaret. I'm happy you enjoy those magazines that I sent you, and I shoved as many as I could in there. I would have tried to get you some more, but you know, had to do that. Maybe here in the future we'll find some more stuff. I have so many. What I want to do here, this will be really fun, and you know, it's just not a lot of us here right now, but I'll lay out these clipping packs, right? I already have some somewhere. I actually lost one where it's all gold. It's all like gold, and it looks really cool, and it's like, okay, give this to someone and see what they make. It just sounds really fun, and then hopefully they would share it with me, and then I can share it with y'all. It's not as easy as like on some other platforms, so we'll have to figure out how we share it. Maybe they could just send me a link to the video, and we can like show the video, or I could share my screen, or just send me a picture and I could post it in the community feed, something like that. But I want to give these clippings to other people as well. So that would be pretty fun to see how these turn out. But you know that this lady, she's coming into a project. She's gonna be beautiful. I could already tell that I'm gonna like it. It is gonna have a lot of details, so I'm probably gonna have to cut out some of the dry air inside of that video. But you know, can't do nothing about these live streams. I would trim these up for you. I do talk a lot. I do get off track a lot. But since it's a live stream, there's nothing we can do about it. I think since we're living in the age of the last of the real humans, we might as well hang out and have fun and just build a community together. But thank you, Margaret, for all the comments. I'm happy you showed up because I wanted to tell you that story about how we got those magazines. So thought that was cool, thought that was fun. I'm glad any of you others came in here and were ever blah, 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 blah. I'm glad everybody else was able to come and check this out as well. I know it wasn't one of our collage videos, but you will see those in the future. So we'll see. I'll do another live stream real soon. So I'll catch you then.